You are welcome to the platform. My name is Oluwaluseyi Fumida Silva. I'm the anchor for this program. The next 30 minutes to 1 hour, I'll be taking you through our guests. The platform treats issues on economy, commerce, politics, religion, international relations and diplomacy, and all issues about human endeavor. On today's program, I have the pleasure of having...
Well, my name is Bola Ipinlaye. I'm the chairperson of Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, Kwara State Chapter, and the state coordinator of APC Professional Women Network, Kwara State.
My name is Biodun Abdulkareem. I'm the former chairman of Nigeria Union of Journalists, Kwara State Council, and one-time National Financial Secretary of Nigeria Union of Journalists. I am the news editor of the Herald on Sunday.
You jointly put up a book, Symbol of Change, in honor of His Excellency, the Governor of Kwara State, Governor Abdulkareem. How did you come about this idea?
You see, as a journalist, we need to be a watcher of events. So things that comes up in the society, we try to see it, watch it, and dissect it for the benefit of the general public. So as a journalist, our job is not only to report, that is, what people will say, they said. We need also to document the trend in the society for the benefit of the present and future generation of the society. So we found it worthy that since a government belongs to the people, and as a journalist, we hold the government accountable to the people. In doing that, we need to strongly and patiently watch what the government is doing. So that was really give us the impetus to come up with the idea of documenting what he has done for the past 3 years for people to access. Because we are not readily saying that what he has done is good or bad. But what we see on ground, what we saw, we make sure that we document it so that people now come up to have their own feelings of what is written. Because in that book, we didn't only look at what he did good, we also look at where he's supposed to really fill the gaps, because there are some gaps here and there. So we make sure that we pointed out some of the gaps that he needs to fill as a government, so that the people will have the impact and be appreciative of the government.
And in addition to what he said, Symbol of Change is a book that was written majorly to assess the developmental efforts of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, Malam Abdulkareem, in terms of education, in terms of health, in terms of many other entrepreneurship, employment, and so many other things. The developmental efforts of His Excellency to better the lives of parents, to better the lives of women, to better the lives of children in Kwara State. So that is why the Symbol of Change was written.
All right. Symbol of Change has given us an insight into the governor's activities for 3 years. Can we talk about the sponsorship? How did you get these projects
executed
to limelight?
You see, because as somebody who is an employer of the state government, whatever you are doing, you have to be meticulous. That is, you must have savings that you keep apart, so that when things, because you need to develop your area of competence, that is your career. So in doing that, because we have projected it right from the time it started, because we are really summoned courage that we are going to really watch this government, because it is a diversion from a political system that has been existing. So when it comes up, it sprang up like a surprise to many. So since it gave us that interest to really go through, to really follow the administration. And when you are planning a project, definitely you need to provide a means of, ensuring that you act that plan. So in doing that, we have been saving from the meager we have been getting from our daily job. So saving gradually, so until we get to this stage. So now because when you want to such project, you don't go about begging, because it's about your profession, what you ought to do as a journalist. So in doing that, we plan it for a very long time, and we ensure that we get the finances from within ourselves to prosecute it.
Yes, Malam Abdulkareem is someone that has been, he's a prolific writer, and he has been doing this for so long, and this time we did this together. So he's someone that is used to writing, and of course with his savings, and of course mine as a compare, as an MC, we were able to put our monies together to bring up this program, and we bless God that today that the program is a success.
There are insinuations that you are a Sarakite. How do you address this? How are you able to merge your being a Sarakite, if you are actually a Sarakite, with now writing for the governor?
Actually, I believe it's an insinuation that people are just peddling unnecessary rumor to the populace. Because as a journalist, we belong to nobody, and we belong to everybody. Because for the fact that both of us are working in the state government, that is with Prestata under state government, the Era newspaper. So any government that comes around is your government. So not necessarily, tagging yourself or make sure you attach yourself unnecessarily to a political party. So I want to say here categorically that we are not politicians. We are professionals that has the interests of the public at heart and the society. So what we do is to really, hold government accountable to the people. So writing that book doesn't mean that we belong to that party or we belong to party or B. But what we are doing generally is about development of our society. So the issue of Saraki or not Saraki doesn't come in. It's just imagination of those who think is a way for them to discredit you. There's no link between myself and Sarakite. What I know is that we are journalists and we are working for the state government. So whichever government that comes in, we try to work that government and hold that government accountable to the people.
Yes, as you know, the title of the book is Symbol of Change. We don't actually belong to any party. This Saraki thing, I don't know where that is coming from, but I know that this state government is doing so well. That is why we've deemed it fit to come together and say all the good things and let people know, see and read the good things that this government is doing to change the narratives of Kwara State.
Okay. In retrospect, you sometimes ago wrote on Imagine Tiger. Can you give us a broader spectrum of what Imagine Tiger is in relation to this present book that you are co-writing?
You see, Imagine Tiger then, like I told you, we are government employee, and we are working with the state, because even in the media industry, we always have credibility or give credibility to government-owned newspapers. So in that regard, during that the administration of Bukola Saraki, that's when we came up with the idea of Imagine Tiger. Because then, the father, which is late Dr. Olushola Saraki, was then the political, which I call the kingpin in Kwara, or the political godfather in Kwara state politics. So now the son came up to really take over for him then. So that's where the name Imagine Tiger came up. That the tiger who has been a baby for a very long time now emerging to really overshadow the father in terms of politicking and political activities, even across, not in Kwara State alone, but across the nation. So then too, like what I said, then we also chronicle his activities then, and we showcase it for people to see what is good in that government and what is bad, what is expected of them to really do in moving the state forward. So this means that anybody that comes in as a government in Kwara State, as our profession is just to really see what that government is doing and what is not doing, for us to, they really show him what the people really wanted, or what they wanted the more, so that they can really have a satisfaction in terms of deliverance of democracy to their doorsteps. So that's what we're doing. So we are not afraid with anybody, we are not enemy of anybody. What we are really interested in is a development of the society, so that and making sure that our profession really do the right job it's supposed to do.
All right. If Governor Abdulkareem eventually becomes the second-time governor in Kwara State, what are the things you expect his government to do that for now he has not been able to do?
You see, most of the time, even in that book, when you go through it, sometimes it's not our opinion alone. Even we have a chapter there where we conducted interview, where people spoke their mind that this is what they wanted, this is what they wanted. So when I'm talking, or we are talking the people's mind, not our own, because we are independent people as journalists. Just watch and report what is on ground. So most of them that we interview are talking about the issue of youth employment, then water, because in some places in Kwara State they are still expecting the flow of water in their taps, but unfortunately it's not there. So people are still agitating that they need more water, water supply. Even some places road, actually is doing some roads and people are appreciating, but at the same time some people are also disadvantaged in terms of getting good road network. And so there are a lot of things, governance is a continuous something, and human wants will continue to rise as time goes on, because we are in a modern society whereby we are modernizing. And when we are talking about modernization, definitely there are a lot of things that comes together to make a modern society. So government should continue in that direction.
Okay, rounding up.
Before you round up.
Okay.
Yeah, before we round up, I want to add to what you have said. Well, I want to say, if, according to your question, if His Excellency comes back the second term, I would like him to continue from where he would stop then. I want him to continue from there. We have lots of things, lots of initiatives that he has started, like the garment factory, like the ICT hub, the innovation hub, and lots of other wonderful and beautiful things that he has started. They've done the groundbreaking. So I know by the time they do all these things, these industries, there'll be lots of job opportunities for our youths, there'll be lots of job opportunities for our women, and there'll be lots of job opportunities for people. So I'd like him to continue this, continue to renovate more schools, water supply, and of course many other to empower entrepreneurs, so that the society will be better for us all.
Okay, rounding up on you. As a compare of most of government activities in the state, you have been to so many places. What are those specific things that you think the governor should have done that he hasn't done?
Well, as far as I am concerned, as the compare of government activities, people have been very happy, especially women. The people at the grassroots. As we even talk now, like 600 million is being given to women, to traders. In all the 60 local government areas of Kwara State, they will be given this amount for the next 6 months to better their trading, to upscale their businesses. So people are craving for more. They want His Excellency to do more for women. Of course, more job opportunities for youth. Even yesterday, the British Commission in Abuja came up with a scholarship program for Kwarans, where each Kwaran will be given 30 million to go and do masters abroad. It's a very laudable initiative brought to Kwara State. Some states don't have these opportunities. So I want to urge His Excellency to do more to better the lives and change the narrative more of Kwara State government.
So, what is your final message to the people of Kwara, journalists in general, and others who are not journalists?
You see, my advice to journalists is that they have been doing a very good job in terms of their responsibilities, which is granted or given to them by the Constitution. That is by being fair, objective, and holding government accountable. And they have been doing it so well. So I wanted to continue in that direction. That is in projecting what is good and also discouraging what ought to be good. Then to the general public, this administration, in my perspective and reflections all over, it has been doing very good. Though we still expect excellence, because when you say good, there's excellence in terms of grading. They have been doing very good, but I'm sure, I want to be sure that if eventually God made it possible that it comes back, like many are praying, and we are praying too, that it should come back for another second time, I'm sure it's going to do wonders. Because when a government starts, it's shot on a shaky note, but at the same time, when it gets stabilized, it will do better things. So Kwara should be patient for the government, and will continue to encourage the government as well to do good things, because it is well-intentioned in terms of ensuring progress in Kwara State. And it has started, it will continue, and Kwara is going to get to that climax of development, whereby we can match with other contemporary states in Nigeria. So that is my urge to Kwarans.
Your take on that?
Yes, and finally, I want to urge Kwarans especially that we should support this government, so that from where the government has started, we would like him to continue, so that more good things, better things will come to the state. Women will be better taking care of children, there will be more schools, good health facilities, and everything will be better for all of us. We want to, of course, commend His Excellency and wish him the best come 2023.
It's been a wonderful time on the platform today.